Hi there, my name is Gabby Betancourt. I'm the Clinical Application Support Specialist here at the San Diego VA Medical Center. In today's video, we'll discuss the VA Connected Care Device Program, and we'll walk you through getting your Fitbit set up with your iPhone. The goal of this video is to make the process a lot easier for you to be able to get your device set up. This video is specific for iPhone users. If you have an Android phone, then just go ahead and click on the link below. There will be another video for you. If you do have an iPhone, here's what you'll need to get set up. You'll need your iPhone, your Fitbit device, and your MyHealthyVet login credentials. As a reminder, this is a video, so if at any point you need to pause or rewind, you can go ahead and do so. Now, before we get set up, let's discuss why we're going through this process. VA's Connected Device Program is made for veterans just like you. By wearing your Fitbit every day, you're able to do so much with it, like taking track of your steps, monitoring your heart rate, a lot of good stuff. What makes these devices really awesome is that they really help keep you accountable. Like going for a walk, standing up in the middle of the day, that's what makes these devices that much more amazing. What also makes this device pretty cool is that even though you're not physically with your clinician can still check in and see, oh, you've done X amount of steps today or a great form of exercise today, and then they are able to track this information. The apps that we're about to download do exactly that. They establish the relationship between your Fitbit, your phone, and your provider. So with all that being said, let's get started. The first thing you'll need is your iPhone, your Fitbit, your MyHealthyVet login credentials, and then your Apple ID login information as well. If you look at the watch will say to start, download the Fitbit app. The first thing you'll need to do is to go to your App Store on your iPhone. From the App Store, you'll type in Fitbit to download the app. The iPhone may prompt you to enter in your login, your Apple ID, and password. If it does, just input that information. And my Fitbit app is now downloading. Once the app is installed, you'll open up the app, and if you don't have Fitbit login information, you'll have to join the Fitbit app. The first thing that came up on my phone is Fitbit would like to use Bluetooth. You will need to click OK so that your Fitbit connects with the app. The Fitbit app will ask if you would like to allow notifications, especially if you're using the Fitbit on a regular basis. The Fitbit will notify you, oh, you got an exercise award. You can click allow or don't allow. To sync the watch with the Fitbit app, you'll click on the upper left-hand corner and you'll click on Set up a device. The Fitbit that we'll be using is the Fitbit Versa 2, so you will select Versa 2. Then you will click Set up. Scroll down after you read the privacy policy and then click Accept. When you are syncing your Fitbit Versa 2 with the app, you may want to charge the device. Then you will follow the prompts on the Fitbit app until you come to the screen that says Searching for Versa 2. If you have a different iPhone, the process may look a little bit different for you, although it should be similar. Once your iPhone finds your Fitbit will display a code on it. On your phone, follow the prompts where it says enter the 4 digits on the device's display. You will enter the number that the watch is displaying, and then your phone will show connecting to Fitbit. Throughout the process, if at any point you need to pause the video because your device is uploading to your phone or syncing, just please hit pause and then resume the video as soon as you're ready to go to the next step. Once the prompt for the Bluetooth pairing request appears on your phone, select Pair. You may select allow or don't allow for the Fitbit Versa 2 to display iPhone notifications. If you'd like the notifications, select allow. Your Fitbit will download and sync up with your phone much better if it's connected to Wi-Fi. If you have Wi-Fi, select next. Select your Wi-Fi network. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can select skip Wi-Fi setup. It will just take a little bit longer for the Fitbit to connect with your phone. Once your Fitbit is synced up with your phone, your Fitbit will have to go through an update. Select Update Now on your iPhone. Your iPhone will then display the downloading status, and it will indicate 100% once the process has been completed. While your Fitbit is downloading, you do have the option to explore some of the different things that you're able to do with the Fitbit. For example, mine says Amazon Alexa on your wrist. So if you want to go through that, you can go through some of the different tips and tricks that the Fitbit can do. As your Fitbit is downloading the new update, you'll see a line forming across the Fitbit, a blue line. Once the Fitbit has completed the download, the blue line will display all across. This may take a couple of minutes, so now would be a great time to hit pause on the video until your device is fully updated. Once the Fitbit has completely downloaded the new update, you will follow the prompts asking for some of your personal health information like your height, your weight, and also which wrist you'll be wearing your Fitbit on. The next step is downloading the Sync My Health Data app. Just like we went into the App Store and downloaded the Fitbit app, you'll have to go into the App Store and download VA Sync My Health Data. After you've downloaded the VA Sync My Health Data app, you'll click on the app, enter in the participation code, and you'll see a Welcome to Sync My Health Data page. To connect your Fitbit with the VA Sync My Health Data app, you'll click on Data Capture, and then you'll click Connect Fitbit/Garmin. It will then take you over to a VA Sync My Health Data page that shows Fitbit, and it will also show Garmin. To connect the Fitbit, click Connect. You will then have to log into your Fitbit account, and then you'll be taken to a Fitbit page. This Fitbit page is instructing you to select any sort of data that you would like to share with your VA medical provider. If you're okay with sharing everything, click on Allow All. If you'd only like to share a few things, you can manually select each one. Then you will click on Allow. You will then see the Fitbit status that now says Connected. To see any data that has been crossed over into the VA Sync My Health Data app, we'll go back into the VA Sync My Health Data. You will then click on More, and then you will select the History tab. You may be prompted to log in with your My Healthy Vet login credentials again if you haven't already. Click OK. I'm going to log in with my Healthy Vet account. Click on Accept. And I'm going to type in my Healthy Vet user ID and password. You will know that your device has fully connected if you're able to see any of the daily activity that has been recorded by your Fitbit. I hope this video was really helpful, but of course, if you have any questions, always reach out to your clinical coach via phone or email to get more information. Now that we've completed the final Fitbit setup process, you should definitely take some time to learn more about the Fitbit. The Fitbit is capable of doing so much more than just calculating how many steps you take every day.